In this session, we will discuss theory of UV visible spectroscopy. Molecules containing bonding and non-bonding electrons can absorb UV visible radiation, and these electrons are excited to the higher anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Most probable transition is from highest occupied molecular orbital to lowest unoccupied molecular orbital, but in many cases, several transitions can be observed. Not all the transitions from filled to unfilled orbitals are allowed. The symmetry relationship between the two orbitals is important. Transition can be allowed or forbidden. Allowed transitions have the highest probability of occurrence, whereas forbidden transitions probability of occurrence is low or there is no probability of transition. When probability of occurrence is low or there is no probability of transition, then we call it as forbidden transitions. Allowed or forbidden transitions depend upon the appropriate symmetry relationship between geometry of the ground state molecular orbital, geometry of the excited state molecular orbital, and the orientation of the electrical dipole of the incident light. There are selection rules. First selection rule is spin quantum number of an electron should not change during electronic transition. Second rule is transition between two orbitals should be symmetry allowed. Any transition that violates these rules is called forbidden transition. This diagram shows relative energies of molecular orbitals of organic molecules, of alkanes, alkenes, carbonyl compounds, and conjugated diene. The individual part of the diagram we will discuss in subsequent discussion. Alkanes, for example, methane, ethane, they have only sigma electrons. The electrons are present in sigma orbital, whereas sigma star orbital is vacant. Sigma orbital is the highest occupied molecular orbital and sigma star is the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. And the lowest energy transition in this case takes place from sigma to sigma star at about 150 nanometers. This transition is destructive in nature and causes the cleavage of sigma bond. Here you can see the electron density between the two nuclei. Here there is no electron density between the nuclei in case of sigma star. So sigma to sigma star transition means there is cleavage of sigma bond. Sigma to sigma star transition, since it appears around about 150 nanometer, is not observed in the conventional spectrophotometer, which run from 200 and record up to 800 nanometers. Alkenes have sigma and pi bond. We have electrons in the sigma molecular orbital and pi molecular orbital. Now, pi molecular orbital in this case become the highest occupied molecular orbital and pi star is the lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. Lowest energy transition takes place from pi to pi star and it takes place at about 170 to 190 nanometer. Ethylene pi bond. Here, according to molecular orbital theory, two atomic p orbitals combine to form two molecular orbitals, pi and pi star. This is wave function for pi molecular orbital, and this is wave function for pi star molecular orbital. Pi to pi star transition can be depicted when there is radiation is absorbed by the molecule whose energy is equal to the difference in energies of these two states. Here, the wave function representation of pi to pi star transition is shown, and this shows the conventional representation of pi to pi star transition. In case of saturated aliphatic ketones, we have sigma bond, pi bond, and non-bonding electrons. In case of carbonyl, we have sigma, pi, and n electrons. The lowest energy transition now available is from N to pi star, which occurs at about 280 nanometers. This transition N to pi star is low intensity transition, and it is symmetry forbidden transition that is occurring at about 280 nanometers. The other transitions now are N to sigma star and pi to pi star. Pi to pi star transition is the most intense transition, and N to pi star transition is mostly observed for carbonyl compounds, compounds that contain non-bonding electrons, such as having groups C triple bond N, N double bond O, also undergo N pi star transition, which is low intensity symmetry forbidden transition. This is UV spectrum of acetone, and this is UV spectrum of conjugated ketone. Here, pi to pi star transition is a high intensity, and these are allowed transitions, whereas N to pi star transition are low intensity, and these are symmetry forbidden. How to characterize N pi star transition? We will take the case of pyridine. We can take pyridine in another container. We can take pyridine and put acid so that we have pyridinium ion. We can record UV spectrum of pyridine and pyridinium ion and compare the two spectrum. It is seen that in case of pyridine, we have non-bonding electrons. Therefore, we will find N pi star transition. In case of pyridinium ion, we do not have non-bonding electrons. Hence, we will not find N pi star transitions. On comparison of two spectra, we can assign N pi star transition. There are factors that affect the relative energies of molecular orbitals. These are, one is conjugation, other is substituent effect, and third is solvent effect. Conjugation is the most dramatic effect, and this effect we will study in this session. 1,3-butadiene absorbs at longer wavelength as compared to ethylene. This energy level diagram is of carbon-carbon double bond and diene. In case of conjugated diene, two double bonds are conjugated, 4 p orbitals combine to generate 4 pi molecular orbitals. Two of these, that is pi 1 and pi 2, are bonding, and 2 pi 3 star and pi 4 star are anti-bonding molecular orbitals. Here pi 2 represents the highest occupied molecular orbital and lowest unoccupied molecular orbital now is pi 3 star. Lowest energy transition now possible is from pi 2 to pi 3 star, which occurs at 217 nanometers. This is the pi to pi star transition which we will observe in case of conjugated diene. We have to compare pi to pi star transition in case of ethylene. So this is the highest occupied molecular orbital, which is pi in case of ethylene, and this is lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. Lowest energy transition in this case occur at 170 to 190 nanometer. If we compare the wavelength for these pi to pi star transition, we find that 1,3-butadiene absorbs at a longer wavelength as compared to ethylene. This diagram shows the extended conjugation. This is ethylene, butadiene, this is hexatriene, and this is the case of octatetraene. We see that the energy difference between highest occupied molecular orbital and lowest unoccupied molecular orbital decreases progressively as the number of conjugated double bonds increases, and that result in increase in wavelength of absorption. So higher the number of conjugated double bonds, lesser is the energy gap between highest occupied molecular orbital and lowest unoccupied molecular orbital. That means it will be having higher wavelength of absorption. When the wavelength of absorption exceeds the UV range, that is beyond 400 nanometers, then absorption will take place in the visible region and those compounds will appear colored to our eye. In this session, we have discussed about theory of UV visible, that is the electronic spectroscopy, electronic transitions, allowed and forbidden transitions, relative energies of molecular orbitals, transitions in organic molecules having sigma bond, pi bond, and those containing heteroatoms, that is n electrons. Sigma to sigma star transition is not observed in UV visible spectrophotometer. Characterization of n pi star transition, effect of extended conjugation. 1,3-butadiene absorbs at longer wavelength as compared to ethylene. Thanks for watching this video.